Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about, do you have to let go of your affirmations in order for them to Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about if you need to let go of your manifestations in order for them to come into your life. So, short answer, no, you do not have to let go. In fact, you should not let go. So, okay, let me just back it up. So basically the thought is that people think that if they don't let go of their manifestations, that it means that they're obsessing over it and that it's not going to come to them. Again, this is what I've called on my channel law of attraction bullshit, because it's just not how it works. So again, the idea with the law of attraction, you want a new car, you write down 3, 6, 9 times, I want a new car, I have a new car, I'm driving my new car, and it's supposed to come to you. Doesn't make sense. And you're supposed to let it go is the whole point. You're supposed to let it go. There's a huge fixation with law of attraction and letting things go, because that is how things miraculously find you. That doesn't make sense. It involves a lot of uncertainty, and it relies on circumstances which, with the law of assumption, do not matter. The only thing that matters are your thoughts. So basically, you know, there's things that you manifest, and whether it's a person, a job, money, whatever, chances are whatever you want most of the time, at least in my experience from people that I've either worked with or get messages from, it's something that's a little bit, well, not a little bit, it's usually pretty different from your current reality. So the idea of saying it once and just expecting it to come doesn't really make any sense, because your thoughts have to reflect that idea of you knowing that that's coming. So again, let's say you're trying to manifest a new car, and let's say you're somebody that has never owned a car. You're always taking public transportation. For you to just write down that you have a new car and just kind of let that go. And let's say maybe you don't even work. So you're like, okay, I have this new car. Like, you write it down 3, 6, 9 times and expect it to come. That doesn't make any sense. Because you're not gonna believe it right away. Oh my God, I'm choking. But anyways, even with the law of assumption though, if you say, I'm so excited I have my new car, chances are the first several times you're not gonna believe it. But here's the other question too though that I get is like, okay, you're not supposed to doubt your affirmations, but you don't have to believe it right away. What does that mean? So what I mean by that is that you are manifesting a new car, and let's say you don't really know you don't know how it's coming to you. And again, maybe it's so far-fetched from your current reality that it's hard to believe. But that's when affirmations like, isn't it crazy, come in. Like, isn't it crazy that I got this new car out of nowhere? Like, it's so crazy that I have my own car now. It's so nice. I love it so much. Because the isn't it crazy affirmation still acknowledges that it's kind of hard for you to believe, but yet you know that it's going to happen. So you're not doubting it. When you doubt your manifestations, when you doubt the legitimacy of it even coming, or the likelihood of it even coming to you, that's when you run into trouble, because you're doubting your affirmations, and that's when they don't come in. When I say you don't have to believe your affirmations, you don't have to know the exact how it's going to play out, but you just know that it's coming. That's all it is. It's just, you know, you're in the state of knowing that it's coming for you, or that it's done for you. This manifestation is done for you, and it's yours if you want it. It's knowing that, but again, it's still a little bit far-fetched. Like, you could say, oh, I'm going to have like $5,000 in my bank account by the end of this year, or whatever. And you might not believe it, because again, maybe you don't work. Like, maybe there's like circumstances, again, that don't matter, but circumstances that make it harder for you to believe that this is possible in your current reality. Yet you still know that it is. You still know that you can manifest whatever you want. So you know that you're going to get this if that's, you know, what you're putting out into the world. If that's what you're saying that you're manifesting, you know that you can get that. It's just kind of a little hard for you to believe it. But you're not doubting that it will happen. You believe it will happen. You know your manifestation is coming, but you just kind of don't know how. So that's what I mean. I hope that makes sense. In my head, it makes sense. But I just, like, you believe the likelihood of your affirmations, you're not doubting it. I guess that would be the easiest way maybe the affirmation itself or the manifestation, again, it's a little bit out of your current reality, a little bit out of touch with your current reality, but because you know that you're an incredible manifester, you know that it will come to you. It's just hard to believe because it's so great. Like, it's so hard to believe that something that great would happen in your life, but you know that it will because you're a great manifester. That is when you will still get your manifestations. Of course, maybe you just believe it right away. Like, the more you become experienced with manifesting, the more that won't even be a question anymore. The main thing is just don't doubt that it will happen. You can't go into manifesting thinking, will this work? Or like, oh, how many days do I have to say this? Will it work after this many days? Like, oh, well, I tried manifesting for like a month. Like last year, I did the 369 method and it didn't work. Is this going to work? It's up to you. It is literally up to you. It is all up to you. It's not even up to me. But I could sit here until I'm blue in the face and tell you that it's all in your thoughts, it's all in your mindset. Your reality is a direct reflection of your thoughts. I could say this all day, but if you don't believe that you can get your manifestation, or if you are questioning whether or not this method or whatever is going to work, manifestation is not magic. Manifestation is not methods. There are techniques that could help you, different affirmations that could help you, but it's not magic. It's literally you. You are the magic. You are what is making your manifestation happen. It's not some crazy, send a shot in the dark, like, oh, I want a new car and let it go and expect it to happen. That doesn't make sense. That literally does not make sense. But if you think about this new car, not obsessively, not all the time, but you just affirm that, yeah, I have this new car. I love my new car. Maybe you have a particular, make, model of a car that you want. You can affirm that you have that. And I guess the point that I was trying to make was that when people say they want to let go of their manifestations because they feel like they'll obsess over it. But the point that I was trying to make was that you will only obsess over your affirmations if you're doubting them. If you are doubting whether or not your affirmation is going to come or your manifestation is going to come, that's when obsession creeps in, because you're now obsessing over, is it going to work? When am I going to get it? I don't think it's working because I'm not getting it yet. Like, blah, 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 blah. And like, you go into the spiral and it's kind of crazy. Like, I've been in that spiral before and I've worked with people that are in that spiral before. And it's like, okay, I get it. I've been there, but let's tone it down. Again, you are in control. Whether it's you're manifesting a person, you're manifesting an object, you're manifesting, whatever for your self-confidence, weight loss, whatever it is, you are in control. It is all up to you. So if you are telling yourself that you're obsessing over your manifestation, then you will. And then that's just going to delay your manifestation more, because you're like, oh my God, well, I'm obsessing. And then you're like, oh my God, I'm obsessing. I shouldn't be obsessing. It's only going to push my manifestation back more. And then it does. It's a spiral. And all of that is because of your thoughts. If you just switched one of those thoughts, it wouldn't be a domino effect. You'd be able to stop it and you'd be fine. And you can always turn things around. So if you find yourself in one of those spirals, don't spiral even more because you're in the spiral. And now you're like, oh my God, she said not to freak out. Now I'm freaking out. Now I'm pushing back even more. Relax. Okay, it's not that serious. It is that serious, because like I get that you want these things obviously, but it's not that serious as far as like you can always change things. You can manifest whatever the fuck you want. So if maybe you want something and you change your mind, you can always it's never set in stone. Like, you can always change it to be what you want. It's the whole point of manifestation. You're creating the reality that you want. So yeah, don't be afraid to I guess bounce back from that, because again, a lot of people will get into that mindset and obsess and spiral, and then they're like, oh well, I messed it up, I ruined my manifestation, I'm never gonna get it now. And again, a whole other spiral. And again, those are all driven by literally your thoughts and nothing else. No outside circumstances can take away your manifestations. It is all your thoughts. Your thoughts are the only thing that can make or remove your manifestations. Only your thoughts. So I don't want to hear like, oh, there's so many like stories that I get, and it's not that I don't want to hear your guys' stories, of course I do, but it's like so much weight is put onto circumstances and it just doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going on a little bit of a tangent. Let's reel it back. Okay, so what I was saying though was that the whole point is you can't let go of your manifestations, because when you let go, that's when you start wondering, when is that happening? You start obsessing, blah, blah, blah. So I would argue that when you let go of your manifestations, that's actually when the obsession starts. because you're constantly wondering, where is it? Did it work? I did the 369 method and I let it go. Did it work? Of course it didn't, because now you're wondering if it did or not. You know, so it's just like, you can't let go of your manifestation and expect it to come to you. That's why I say persist in your affirmations. And what I mean by persist in your affirmations is just keep saying them, just keep going. And again, if you have a bad day, just correct it. I'm going to do a video about revision soon, but that's kind of getting into that. So let's say you had a bad day where you were kind of stressed about it. Maybe you went into a little bit of a spiral. Maybe you went into a full-on spiral about your manifestations. At the end of that day, just say, you know what? I had such a great day. I was so confident in my manifestations today. Just change the story. You can always change the story with your manifestations because you have the power, because it's your thoughts. It's all in your mind. So in conclusion, you do not have to let go of your manifestations in order for them to come to you. In fact, do not let go of your manifestations because they won't come to you. Just keep persisting. Know that it's coming. Keep persisting. You're not going to obsess over it. If you tell yourself you're going to obsess over it, then you will. If you're wondering, oh, am I going to start obsessing over it? You will. You're already there. Like, you can't, like, just know that it's all in your head. It's all in your thoughts. But yeah, so just persist in your affirmations. Keep going. I don't care if you're like, oh, it's been 2 weeks, I haven't seen any movement. It's been 6 months, I haven't seen any movement. Because of you. Like, that's not to like harp on you, but like, there's no way in a certain amount of time that you're not going to get your manifestations unless there's some sort of blockage. And by blockage, I mean that there's a problem with your self-concept, because you're doubting it. There's some sort of negativity, whether you realize it or not. There is, because that's the only way that things would take that long. Again, unless you're saying that, unless you're like, oh, well, you know, manifestation always takes so long for me. Don't affirm any of that shit. You're just making it harder for yourself. You have the ability to manifest whatever the fuck you want, whenever the fuck you want, at whatever pace you want. So know that you have that power, and nothing can take that away from you. No circumstances. I don't care who blocked you. I don't care who you don't know. I don't care who you haven't met. Who cares? It's all in your thoughts. It's all in your mindset. It's all up to you. You are entirely up to you. Your manifestations are entirely up to you. So do not let that shit go. Keep going. Know that it's coming. Persist in your affirmations. And that's pretty much it. Persist in your affirmations. Know that they're coming. You want a new car? I'm so happy I have my new car. I love my new car. Oh my god, look, that's the same color as my new car. You know, like, just have these conversations with yourself in your head. And again, if you're writing down your affirmations, saying it out loud, whatever works for you, do that. But just know that you're persisting in your affirmations. You're not letting it go. Don't be afraid to think about it. That doesn't make any sense. Like, you should want to think about your manifestation. It should make you excited because you're getting the thing that you want, or you're getting the person that you want. This kind of actually goes along the lines with letting go of manifestations, because I'll get people that are trying to manifest a specific person and they're like, oh, but like, I kind of want to break the no contact and like wish them happy birthday or something. Like, is that going to mess up my manifestation? No, it's only going to mess it up if you say that it does. None of that shit matters. You don't have to remain in no contact with your specific person in order for your manifestation to work. Of course, if for me personally, I want to wait for the person to reach out to me, because like, I'm not going out of my way, you know, but that's literally just because that's my personal preference. But that's not going to mess up your manifestation if you say hi to them, or like, that's another thing I'll get, like, how am I supposed to act around my specific person? Normal. Like, the way that you normally would. Like, you have the most control of the situation when you're around your specific person, because you already know how they feel, because it's what you're already thinking. You are projecting how you make them feel, how your presence makes them feel, how they feel about you. So why would you need to go into it any particular way when you already know what the situation is, because you're the one controlling it? It makes no sense. So those are just like little like sub tangents, but they kind of go along the lines of like letting go your manifestation. Should you or should you not? Because you don't want to feel like you're obsessive, and like that thought is obsessive. Like, does that make sense? Like, it's just it's obsessive if you say that it is. So just affirm that you're the best manifester. You always get whatever you want. Don't care what it is. Don't care what the circumstances are. You always get what the fuck you want whenever the fuck you want. Period. And yeah, don't let it go. Keep persisting, keep affirming. Why would you want to let go? Like, think of like the best memory you have. Why would you want to let that go? Why would you not want to think about that? That's what your manifestation should feel like, because you should feel excited. You should feel like exhilarated to think about it. And it's not in an obsessive way. It's not in a bad way. It's just you're genuinely excited because this thing is yours. So don't worry about letting go of your manifestation. That's bullshit. Keep persisting, keep affirming. Yeah. But I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, I am now offering one-on-one coaching on Patreon. The link is in my description. It's also somewhere on my channel. It's around. You'll be able to find it. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that I was able to help you today. It literally, like, I cannot tell you how much it fills my heart when I get messages or comments or whatever. And it's like, of course I love reading your guys' questions because I want to help. But I just love getting the comments that just say that I've made it easier to understand manifestation and the law of assumption, and that I've helped in some way. Like, it just fills my heart so much. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already so I can continue helping you. And yeah, again, if you want one-on-one help so I can really help you, hit me up on Patreon. I got you. And yeah, we're gonna make all your manifestations happen. Whether you get my coaching or not, your manifestation is fucking yours because you say that it is. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching. Love you so much. Yeah, I will see you guys next week. Oh, next week. Why did I say that? Ew. I post like every few days. Like, see you guys next week. Ew. Anyways, your reality is a direct reflection of your thoughts. Do not fucking forget that. Okay, but I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye.